What's up, y'all? It's the Skate Theorist. I'm trying a whole new format. I'm just going to go over some cool Instagram clips I've seen, talk a little bit about how crazy the kids are getting and how much skateboarding is evolving. Then I'm going to do a very short review on Alex Midler's video. I'm not just going to react to the whole thing like I normally do. I'm just going to point out some cool clips and give it a rating. So, a little bit different than what you're probably used to if you're used to the channel. But yeah, I'm just seeing these kids all over the internet, really. And it's crazy how clean these kids skate while also seeming like every kid can do this nowadays. It almost blows my mind. Like, look how clean these tricks are, how much style they have. This guy looks like he's 11 years old. So, I mean, that's just kind of blowing my mind. Wanted to showcase that a little bit. I will have links to every Instagram post in the description. Might take me a day or two to put them in. Here's another one I saw where this is just one of those tricks where it's like, in what world could a kid ever be able to do this? You know, when I grew up, nobody was doing this at all. It seemed like. I'm sure there were people that could do it. But for this, what looks to be maybe, I don't know, maybe 9 to 13 years old, for him to be doing a trick like this, it's just insane. How good is he going to be when he's older if he keeps skating? I mean, he's just truly incredible. Now, this is my flat ground trick of the week. And as you can see, it's just a super steezy disco flip, I would call them. Some people would call them like a kickflip body varial. But the way he catches it with the front foot and then like bring his other foot forward, I really want to try this one because I can disco flip. It's a trick I've been able to do for a long time. I've never thought to try to catch him like this. And I have no idea if that would be within the realm of my capabilities, but I'm very interested to try that next time I skate some flat. This is just another example of, I mean, this kid's 12 doing backflips in a deep concrete bowl. Incredible. I guess there's always been kids that could do vert, but just seeing a kid backflip at 12 just seems incredible. This is a clip of the cleanest feeble tray I've ever seen from a chick. Uh, and it's just extremely clean in general, not just gender based, but very, very, very nice feeble tray flip. And they sat on that trick a long time. Everything about that trick was just nice, very beautiful. Here's another example of just like what is going on right here. I have no idea how old this person is. They look to be, if I had to guess, like probably not 6, maybe like 8 or 9. But for them to be hucking down what looks to be, I don't know, a 10 stair, I mean, it's just ridiculous. This is the same little girl, just absolutely shredding it. You know, you see this nowadays and you're like, where is skateboarding going to be 10 years from now? Because a lot of these tricks, what becomes a thing is maybe you've always done tail slides, but you see somebody do a 180 to like crook or salad or something. Like, oh, I'll try that. And maybe it's not so much harder than a tail slide. So all of a sudden, it just opened your mind. You try a new trick, you've unlocked a new trick. Where the kids nowadays are seeing more tricks in their short time alive than you might have saw your whole childhood because of the internet. So people this age are getting inspired to a level that you can hardly comprehend because they're just used to seeing this crazy stuff. They're used to trying new stuff that maybe you had never thought about. Because I'm gonna be honest, there's some tricks I never really thought about. When I was trying to skate benches, I was doing like crooks, um, nose slides. I wasn't really trying to like 180 Smith as much. It's just not something you'd think about. So that, you know, that I think that's part of why skateboarding is evolving. This was a trick that blew my mind, and it's one of those perfect examples of how skating uses weird obstacles. This is Chris Hyatt. He's a very cute guy. And yeah, just an absolutely insane trick from him. I would have never thought of this in my life. I mean, now maybe, if I was at that park, I could maybe conceive how somebody could do that. But I had never even seen this type of setup on a. I mean, I want to see more. I think maybe he could like 50 up that, crook up that. I'm not sure. But yeah, Chris with an absolute banger there. Very cute, man. This is a young guy I saw a clip from, like a party type session, and the stuff he was getting down on was just insane. And this just goes to show the level. Like I don't think this guy. I mean, he probably has a sponsor, but he's not somebody I had heard about. I just randomly saw him ripping the best style you can imagine. This was the trick that really put me on him. I could not believe that there's a what looks to be a kid or a teenager who has tricks like this, and I had not seen him, you know? Like a trick like that, you think he'd be like super famous. That thing's huge. I don't even know. You have to think about that trick. That's how hard that trick is. You have to think about it. Like it's hard to picture yourself even trying that. You have to really wrap your head around it is hard. And then he does it on this giant thing as well. So yeah, dude's an absolute killer. Like I said, I'll have all these links in my description. Just another hammer from that same person. That's another one, man. If it takes you a while to get your head around it, you know it's crazy. And this is another example of just children going crazy. At first I thought the manual was an accident, but she's actually trying to do that. And that's what blew my mind. It's improving on my board slide manual. So she's attempting to manual after that. I thought it was just really like a slip of the foot, but that's not the case at all. Now, let me get to this Alex Midler part. So, just up front, I'm going to rate this thing like probably an 8 out of 10. I'm only going to talk a little bit about it, some things I like. Um, I've seen some criticisms of the outfits. I'm not a big outfit guy, I don't care. I thought all the outfits in here look completely fine. Um, the pants aren't super baggy, they're not super slim, they look good. I mean, they just look like pants, they look nice. But one of the things in this, like, for you to open with that type of trick, it just goes to show how killer Alex is. And I've actually been watching him since he was on Camp Woodward, and he was a killer then. Like I remember thinking, like, man, this kid is so good, I can't believe it. And then years later, he still has the inspiration to get this buck this crazy in the streets. I mean, it's really just inspiring. Some of the tricks I liked in this video. I mean, that's sick too. And this is exactly the type of thing I was talking about earlier. I probably would have never thought of this on my own. Like it seems fairly simple. I know it's like fairly common now, but when I was younger and there wasn't as many skate videos, that wasn't like a super common trick. Where now the kids are seeing like this all the time. Even kinks. People didn't used to skate kinks. Like that is a pretty new thing. Of course, somebody was always doing it, but you know what I mean. So the trick that really stood out, I mean, this one is pretty heavy. To kickflip board slide that, going backwards like that, absolutely insane. I saw a clip of him and Nyjah board sliding it back to back. It's pretty cool as well. This trick was a standout trick for me. The fact that he could hold on balance so long on this, that is such a heavy feeble, dude. You have to be like really locked in on your feebles to even think about that. It's funny. I said I wasn't going to talk about this video that much, but I could almost watch the whole video, so heavy. That is an insane trick. And then this, I actually showed my fiance this. She's not a skater. She's not into skating. She doesn't watch skating. And even she was like, oh my gosh, what are people doing nowadays? You know, for a non-skater to see a skateboard trick, it has that much gravity to a non-skater where they're like mind blown by it. It's just incredible. Yeah, Alex Midler, an absolute sick part. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna say an 8 out of 10, maybe even 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9. I don't know. For how short it is, he got really gnarly. I was very happy with it. Yeah, this is the new format. I'm thinking of how to do it a little better, a little different, a little bit quicker for the people who don't want to sit and just watch me react to a whole video, because honestly, nobody really does. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Keeping it short and simple. Go watch the Alex Midler Guess Jean part. It is sick. I will put all the Instagram posts in the description. Might take me a day or two.